Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. XCM-4 mission carrying Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla to dock with International Space Station this afternoon. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh calls upon SCO member countries to crack down on cross-border terrorism. CBSE to conduct Class 10 board exams twice a year from 2026. India's FDI inflows surged to 8.8 billion in April this year. IMD says heavy rainfall likely to continue in northwest, central, east and northeast India to the next 7 days. An Indian women's team clinch overall title at Under-17 Asian Wrestling Championship in Vung Tau, Vietnam. XCM-4 mission carrying Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla will dock with the International Space Station ISS this afternoon. According to Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO, docking is scheduled at 4:30 p.m. IST. After the docking with the ISS, Group Captain Shukla will become the first ever Indian to visit NASA's orbiting laboratory ISS. XCM-4 carrying 4 astronauts lifted off from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 12:01 p.m. IST yesterday. Indian Air Force officer Shukla's trip comes 41 years after cosmonaut Rakesh Sharma became the first Indian to fly to space aboard a Russian Soyuz in 1984. Within minutes of takeoff yesterday, Group Captain Shukla had a message for his fellow countrymen. He said, "We are back in space after 41 years and what an amazing ride it has been."
What a ride! 40 साल बाद हम वापस अंतरिक्ष में पहुंच गए हैं और कमाल की राइड थी। इस समय हम 7.5 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की रफ्तार से पृथ्वी के चारों तरफ घूम रहे हैं और मेरे कंधे पे मेरे साथ मेरा तिरंगा है जो मुझे बता रहा है कि मैं आप सबके साथ हूं।
Our correspondent has filed this report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has welcomed the successful launch and said Group Captain Shukla carries with him the wishes, hopes and aspirations of 1.4 billion Indians. Captain Shukla's home city Lucknow, his parents joined hundreds of students to watch the liftoff. They were welcomed by a music band on their arrival at the school and were seen breaking out into applause as the rocket lifted off. Born on 10 October 1985 in Lucknow, Group Captain Shukla joined the Indian Air Force as a fighter pilot in 2006. He has flown MiGs, Sukhois, Dorniers, Jaguars and Hawks and has more than 2,000 hours of flying experience. Besides piloting the mission, the Indian astronaut will have a busy schedule during his 2 weeks on ISS. But most of the time, the 4-member crew will be conducting 60 scientific experiments, 7 of which come from India. ISRO's experiments will help improve our understanding of space and its effects on biology and microgravity. One of the key experiments will investigate the impact of spaceflight on 6 varieties of crop seeds. Ashish Abraham, Akashvani News, Delhi.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has called upon SCO member countries to crack down on cross-border terrorism. He said terror funding must stop at all cost. Mr. Rajnath Singh made these remarks while attending the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Defence Ministers meeting in Qingdao, China this morning.
India's zero tolerance for terrorism is manifest today through its actions. This includes our right to defend ourselves against terrorism, and we have shown that epicenters of terrorism are no longer safe and we will not hesitate to target them. We should also take proactive steps to prevent the spread of the radicalization among our youth.
He said that India believes reformed multilateralism can foster cooperation and help prevent conflicts between countries by creating mechanisms for dialogue and collaboration. The Central Board of Secondary Education CBSE today announced the Class 10th board exams will be held in 2 terms starting from next year. According to the new framework, the initial examination will take place in February, which will be compulsory for all students. Meanwhile, the subsequent examination in May will be optional for those students who seek to enhance their performance. All past students will be allowed to improve their performance in any of the 3 subjects out of science, mathematics, social science and languages. The results for the 2 phases will be announced in April and June respectively. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the 48th meeting of Pragati yesterday and reviewed key projects related to mines, railways and water resources. These projects pivotal to economic growth and public welfare were reviewed with a focus on timelines, inter-agency coordination and resolution of issues. The Prime Minister underscored that delays in project execution come at the dual cost of escalating financial outlays and denying citizens timely access to essential services and infrastructure. During a review of Prime Minister Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission, Mr. Modi urged all states to accelerate the development of health infrastructure with a special focus on aspirational districts. Gross foreign direct investment (FDI) inflows into India surged to $8.8 billion in April this year, higher than $5.9 billion in March and $7.2 billion in April 2024. According to the RBI's monthly bulletin, manufacturing and business services accounted for nearly half of the gross FDI inflows in April this year. India ranked 16th globally in FDI inflows and recorded $114 billion in greenfield investment in digital economy sectors over the last 5 years, 2020 to 2024, the highest among all countries in the Global South. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download news on AIR app. The India Meteorological Department (IMD) has said that heavy to very heavy rainfall activity is likely to continue over northwest, central, east and northeast parts of the country during the next 7 days. The IMD has said heavy rain is likely at isolated places in East Rajasthan. The weather agency further said that thunderstorms accompanied by lightning and gusty winds are very likely at isolated places over Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh and Uttarakhand. Himachal Pradesh has experienced heavy monsoon rainfall in the past 24 hours. During this period, reports of cloudbursts and flooding have emerged from various parts of the state. According to the information received so far, 5 people have lost their lives in these incidents. We have a report.
Due to the torrential monsoon rains over the past 24 hours, several areas in Himachal Pradesh have witnessed cloudbursts, flash floods and landslides severely affecting normal life. In Dharamshala, the district headquarters of Kangra, flash floods occurred in Manuni Rivulet in Khaniara. Several labourers residing in temporary shed near the Indira Priyadarshini hydro project were swept away by the flood waters. So far, 2 bodies have been recovered while 6 individuals are still missing. Additionally, 1 person was seen fleeing into the forest in an attempt to save his life. The district administration, SDRF, NDRF and police are engaged in relief and rescue operations. For safety reasons, other workers at the power project have been shifted to safer locations. Ritesh Kapoor, Akashvani News, Shimla.
Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Bhupendra Yadav, has said that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India is playing a leading role globally in the field of environment and wildlife conservation. Addressing the Indian Conservation Conference 2025 yesterday evening at the Wildlife Institute of India in Dehradun, Mr. Yadav stated that in 2014, India had 47 tiger reserves, which is now increased to 58.
पिछले साल ही प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर को 50 ईयर पूरे हुए और 50 सालों में हमने दुनिया में भी ये अच्छी तरह प्रदर्शित किया है 70% टाइगर किसी एक देश में अपने हैबिटेट में सुरक्षित हैं तो वो भारत 2014 से 2025 में हम 47 से 58 टाइगर रिजर्व की ओर बढ़े हैं.
After being out of view for a fortnight, the Holy Trinity of the Lord Jagannath Temple at Puri in Odisha will make an appearance before devotees in a youthful form during Navyobon Darshan this morning. Thousands of devotees gathered in serpentine queues to get a first glimpse of the Lords. More from a correspondent.
The seaside town is fully prepared for the 9-day Rath Yatra, which starts tomorrow. Carpenters are completing the finishing touches on the chariots. This will be a challenging time for the district administration as the Sri Jagannath Temple administration has banned devotees from touching the deities during the Pahandi or while on the chariots. The temple administration has already stated that any touching of the deities by devotees or those in disguise will be considered a cognizable offence. Security has been heightened to manage the increasing crowds and control traffic. SN Patnaik, Akashvani News.
International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking has been observed today globally. A central event will be held at Dr. Ambedkar International Centre, New Delhi today. We have a report.
The day is observed to strengthen action and cooperation to achieve the goal of an international society free of drug abuse. As part of its celebrations in India, a central event will be held at Dr. Ambedkar International Center in New Delhi, with the Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, B.L. Verma, attending as the chief guest. In a message, Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised the Narcotics Control Bureau (NCB) for celebrating Nasha Mukt Bharat Pakhwada from 12th June till today.
हमें देश की भावी पीढ़ियों को बचाना है तो उन्हें ड्रग्स से दूर रखना ही होगा। इसी सोच के साथ 15 अगस्त 2020 को नशा मुक्त भारत अभियान की शुरुआत की गई थी। इस अभियान से 11 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोगों को जोड़ा गया है।
As of June 2025, over 15.78 crore people have been sensitized through the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan activities, including 5.26 crore youth and 3.31 crore women. More than 4 lakh educational institutions have participated in spreading awareness. Additionally, over 20,000 trained masters volunteers have been deployed to lead these efforts at the grassroots level. With Chirag Jha's report, Payal Sharma for Akashvani News.
And now news from the world of sports. Indian women's team clinched overall title at the Under-17 Asian Wrestling Championships in Vung Tau, Vietnam yesterday. More in this report.
Indian women's team clinched overall title at Under-17 Asian Wrestling Championship in Vietnam yesterday. The Indian women's team won a total of 10 medals, include 5 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze. Moving on to hockey, the Indian junior men's team defeated Australia 2-1 in the battle for third place at the ongoing Four Nations tournament in Berlin yesterday. In squash, India continued its strong run at the Asian Double Squash Championship in Malaysia, with pair reaching the finals in all 3 categories, men's, women and mixed doubles. India has now confirmed 4 medals at the event. And 5th edition of Khelo India University Games 2025 will be held in November this year in Rajasthan. Neelam Kaushik, Sports Desk.
Security forces have conducted a comprehensive joint mock drill at the Baltal base camp yesterday in preparation for the upcoming Amarnath Yatra, scheduled to start on July 3rd. The Yatra will culminate on August 9th on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. In Bihar, the state police are going to establish a specialized and dedicated unit on the line of the Narcotics Control Bureau (NCB) as cases of drug abuse, addiction and illicit trafficking are witnessing rise. Talking to Akashvani News, Additional Director General of Police Headquarters Kundan Krishnan said the unit will have skilled professionals and will take action against organized drug-related crimes. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Nina Arakkal.
Thank you, Abhishek. The lifting of Axiom Mission 4 carrying IAF pilot Shubhanshu Shukla along with his 3 crewmates from the International Space Station is covered prominently by all the dailies. In historic leap, Indian astronaut heads to ISS, leads the Hindu. Dragon carrying Shukla to dock around 4:30 p.m. today, informs Financial Express. On the 50th anniversary of the emergency, the Tribune, quoting Prime Minister Modi, says democracy was placed under arrest during emergency, while Financial Express writes emergency flashpoint, BJP Congress trade blows. Meera Nair's son Zohran wins New York Democratic primary for mayor, reports the Asian Age. Pakistan major who nabbed Abhinandan Vardhaman killed in separate ambush attacks by Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan fighters, reports the Times of India. And finally, Hindustan Times, citing CBSE, says mandatory Class 10 boards in February, optional in May. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Nina. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. XM4 mission carrying Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla to dock with International Space Station this afternoon. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh calls upon SCO member countries to crack down on cross-border terrorism. CBSE to conduct Class 10th board exams twice a year from 2026. India's FDI inflows surged to 8.8 billion in April this year. IMD says heavy rainfall likely to continue in northwest, central, east and northeast India to the next 7 days. And Indian women's team clinch overall title at Under-17 Asian Wrestling Championships in Vung Tau, Vietnam. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.